I'd like to introduce myself to start with for this interview. My name's David Wright. I'm one of the directors of the UKDHC. I'm a former chief executive of the Royal College of General Practice in Australia, an advisor in the UAE and Bahrain to their health systems. And I'm now completely behind UKDHC and their objectives of improving the skills and competencies of those working in healthcare in the UK. Now, today we're going to be interviewing Belle Richmond. Belle is an intern that is working with UKDHC. And what I'd like to do, Belle, is first of all introduce you and give us a little bit about your background, and then we'll ask you a couple of questions about your internship.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. My name's Belle. I've been working with UKDHC for about a month now as the first intern. I've been supporting ongoing and upcoming projects and also working on my own professional development and skill set. I came here fresh out of university. I just graduated from Cambridge with a degree in biological anthropology, and I'm looking to build up my skill set ahead of probably hopefully going into the healthcare sector.
Thank you. And when you saw that this internship was being offered, what appealed with you with regards putting your hat in the ring?
To me, it just seems like quite an exciting opportunity because it's rare that at my level you get to see the decision-making process, you get to be involved in the discussions. This internship comes with a lot of privileges, really. Within the first week, I got to be in the executive meetings, I got to participate actively in conversations. That's quite a rare opportunity, I think. It's also a really fascinating and interesting group of people. Everyone's volunteers, of course, as you know, and it's a really diverse and interesting group of people to be in conversation with.
And I think I can say that as part of the organisation, we're getting a lot out of your involvement. I'd just like to say that. So we really appreciate you being involved at this level with the team. What have you got out of the internship so far?
I think the biggest thing, I've gained a lot of tangible skills. I suppose I'll start there. So I think a lot of my duties have been involved in accurate record keeping, in minuting, in agendas, but also in helping to do the background research for ongoing and upcoming projects, which is quite exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing them come into fruition. I've got to attend a lot of meetings to see how they're run and how decision gets made, essentially. But I think perhaps the bigger thing I've developed is just quite a lot more confidence in these conversations. Was quite fortunate in that you kind of get thrown into the deep end in a good way, getting to talk straight away with really influential, exciting experts in the field of digital health. So I feel like I've really grown my confidence and my professional skill set in that sense.
And have you experienced any mentorship from one of my colleagues?
Yeah. So the main form of mentorship has been weekly meetings with Professor Angus Wallace. That happens beginning of every week, and that's to track my progress, to assign new tasks. But it's quite nice because every week one of my tasks is to write the agenda for that meeting, so I can also have a bit of control over what I would like to discuss, and if there's anything that I've heard in meetings that I want to involve myself in, there's quite a lot of freedom to do that, which is great. And I felt able to check in. Everyone's always an email away and quick to respond. It's a very comfortable feeling company. Everyone's very friendly and welcoming, and I've not had any nerves in approaching anyone for clarification or advice with a task.
You sound as though you're doing a better job than I am. No, that's wonderful. Given we're all unpaid, all the directors, everybody that works in UKDHC, it's a charity, and it's part of our objectives. Given that the position is unpaid as an intern, do you still feel that the internship is offered real value to you?
Yeah, definitely. I think because it's a training internship, I suppose I feel like I'm being paid in the skills that I'm coming out with and in the experiences, the opportunities, and the networking. It's also pretty beneficial because it's completely flexible, it's all remote, it's about 20 hours roughly a week, but also I can take on more tasks if I'd like, or I can put things off to the next week. Very flexible, which means that I'm able to do my own projects, my own work alongside it. So absolutely, yeah.
So if somebody was to come in and you were providing them with advice on taking up an internship with UKDHC, what would you say to them? And I won't tell anybody.
I think the biggest piece of advice would just be to openly involve yourself in conversations and don't hold back. I think the name intern, I think there's always an apprehension. I didn't want to end up feeling like I was just there to be babysat or anything, but that absolutely wasn't the way that I felt as though I was being treated. I think involve yourself right away in the conversations. Don't be scared to ask, how can you help? Check in. It's also, as I said, it's a dynamic where you can just be very open and involved in the conversation. And I think that's the way to get the most out of the internship, but also the way to contribute the most to UKDHC. So yeah, just having I guess a little bit of confidence, back yourself and get involved.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I'd like to thank you for your time and commitment and your involvement with UKDHC. It's been incredibly valuable for us, and I hope it's been valuable and continues to be valuable for yourself, because helping young, aspiring individuals work their way through the difficulties of organizations, and they're all different. All organizations are different. And every organization at the top, whether it's Professor Angus or directors and so on, we all want the same objective, and that's to do well. And working with people like yourself, it all helps. So Belle, I'd like to thank you for your time. Is there anything you'd like to say before we wrap up?
I think just highly recommend the internship, and a thank you for letting me get involved. I look forward to seeing the next stages.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.